So excited to be on, excited to have you guys with me. Um, and let's get right into it. A deep dive into ROK Financial's affiliate program. So, realistically, what does it mean to be affiliated with ROK? That's a great question. When it comes down to our business and what we do, we believe that we are commercial financing's best kept secret. So I'm here to share that secret with you. I'm going to whisper in your ear and tell you guys all the secrets that you need to know in order to leverage us the best way that you possibly can. Right. So just really quick, we also will be doing a live Q&A at the end of this. So if you have questions as I'm going, please drop those into the Q&A. I will start there. I'll try to manage your questions in the chat, but sometimes those get buried, so it just becomes easier if you could throw those into the Q&A as we get going. If you weren't on before, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Tony Cimino, VP of Business Development here at ROK Financial. And what's unique and fun about business development here is it basically means that I'm in charge of lead generation, making sure that we have business to work on, and that happens through you guys, through our affiliate partnerships. Literally 100% of our business is because of the people on this call and people like you guys. We have over 20,000 active partners on our platform that all are true rock stars that are offering funding to the small business owners that they work with through ROK Financial. So definitely excited to be on with you guys, but I don't want you to take my word for it. I know that I'm pretty good at bragging, I like to think. I don't think it's cocky. I think it's confidence because I believe that we're like I said before, commercial financing's best kept secret. But I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to go do your own research. I want you to compare us to the competitors that are out there. You can really understand a bit about a business just simply by doing a quick Google search, taking a look at the reviews and the experiences that the people that are working with them have. Here's a couple of partner reviews that are specific to this audience, meaning that these are referral partners that refer their customers to ROK. You can see how it worked and how it worked for them right in the review. And, that's really the nature of our business is we believe our business is an extension of yours, right? So we provide white glove service. We roll out the red carpet. Whatever analogy you want to use is fine. But just know that we believe we're an extension of your business. And because of that, we're always going to hold ourselves to the highest standard. And that's in turn a value back to you guys, right? So what are we going to go over today? What are you going to learn? Well, you're going to learn that what are the benefits of partnering with ROK? How can you enhance your offerings by working with ROK Financial? How can we generate more business together, right? How can you generate business because you're partnered with ROK? How can you use our marketing to bring in more business owners into your network, right? That's what we're going to discuss. And what does it take to become a great partner? I always get when I discuss a partnership with a prospective partner or somebody new to the platform. My favorite question to ask them is, "What do you think would make a great partnership?" Right? Because it doesn't really matter what we think a great partnership is, if I'm being honest. What actually matters is you understanding what it means to be a great partner, and then us being able to deliver on that for you. So I hope that we're going to get all these questions and more answered for you guys. I will talk a lot, so feel free to drop those questions in the chat. Feel free to interact a bit. Feel free to slow me down if I'm going too quickly, especially because I know it's early, but definitely excited to be on with you guys. Little bit about ROK Financial. Let me tell you a quick story about ROK. It really is a simple mission that we have, right? Our goal is the same every single day when we show up. It's to create opportunities for businesses through simple business financing, meaning that we're aligning them with the right type of funding so that they can solve challenges within their businesses, so that they can take advantage of opportunity within their businesses, and really just simplify that process so you don't need a finance degree, you don't need a doctorate or an MBA to understand how to leverage capital within your organization, right? And what's the best way to do so that you can time it, right? I can't tell you how many businesses borrow from us 4 to 6 times a year. How many businesses leverage a line of credit even more than that throughout the year. So we're going to talk about all of these things. But quick little story about ROK Financial, and I love to tell stories. I'm a big storyteller, but a quick little story about ROK Financial. When we first got started, we started doing webinars. We do two to how many webinars we do in a month right now? I believe we do two a week, and then there's two others that are happen once a month. So we're doing about 10 webinars a month right now. When we did our very first webinar, this was back in November of 2020. I remember there was 38 people that had registered for the webinar as a whole, and we only had 14 attendees. Luckily, on that one was Patrick, our CEO, myself as well. But both of our moms were some of the attendees that were on that call. So we've come a long way. We now have thousands of people that register for our webinars. We've already done a couple of this week that have exceeded over 150 to 200 registrants, and those are inside of much smaller pockets of our partnerships. So we're here to help. Meaning that if you guys want to know how to put on webinars, we're here to help. If you want to know how we do something, let us know. We're here to give you that information, and hopefully enough information that you can go out and be dangerous with it. So a little bit about us, right? Some of the things that kind of set us apart are right here on your screen, right? These are the things that if you understand a little bit more about each of these, I really think these are what kind of separate us, or really is the foundation of ROK Financial, right? Because technically there's two hands to ROK Financial. One is we help business owners get access to funding, right? And then the other hand is we help referral partners or affiliates understand commercial finance so that they can offer it back to their networks. And realistically, one hand washes the other, but both hands wash the face, right? So when we come to market and we come to show you guys what it's all about, it's really just explaining the foundation of ROK Financial and essentially getting you guys to understand how beneficial that could be inside of each of your own businesses, right? I remember when I started in the business, on the whiteboard, written on the very first day when I started, was "Time kills all deals." We tried to erase it a week later, and it was written in permanent ink, not dry erase. So that didn't work out so hot. We ended up having to get a whole new board, but time definitely kills all deals, right? So the number one thing is speed. And when I talk about speed, there's a few different things that I'm talking about. Number one, if you're somebody that can take commissions and work with us, where we can actually pay you for for the referrals that you're making to ROK, well, that's awesome. There are some licensed professionals that can't take a commission, whether you're a financial advisor or accountant or maybe a banker, right? Sometimes they can't necessarily take commissions, but if you can, any deals that we fund this week, you get paid next week. It's like a paycheck, right? So we have partners that fund deals every single week, and 52 times a year they're getting paid from ROK, just like a paycheck. So if you want to make fast, quick money, there's no better way than doing it through ROK Financial, where we not only get our business owners access to capital quickly, meaning that our approval process is typically like 12 to 24 hours, and our average funding time is anywhere between 2 and 3 business days, right? And then we're also going to pay you commissions very quickly so that you can get back to business, you can stay focused on things, and just understand that you got this really great resource in your pocket, right? Our network, right? They say your network is your net worth. Well, I'll tell you what, ours is worth a lot of money. Our network lends a ton of capital to small and medium businesses throughout the United States. We work with all the mainstream banks and lenders that are out there, some more boutique style lenders, some that you may not know that might not have the same brick and mortar type of experience, some online platforms, right? But we work with all the top lenders in the industry. We've been in the industry over 20 years. We know who's doing what, and that means we know the right banks and lenders to take your customers to get their deals done and allow you to earn money even more quickly, right? Definitely want to break down the products for you guys, because this is what we sell, right? We sell money to business owners, right? Starbucks sells coffee, right? We sell money. That's essentially what it is. And I always say money makes people act funny. So the best thing that we can do is slow it down, simplify it, and have them really understand what are the best options available to them and what options aren't available to them. So when you take a look at the screen here in front of you, right, this screen is explaining what is available to business owners right now, right? If you're going to go to the bank, you're going to go to your CPA, and you're going to say, hey, I'm looking for money in my business. These are one of the products that they're going to be able to push you towards, whether that's through your bank or through somebody like ROK. This is what's available to business owners today. You have secured products and unsecured products. Secured products have a specific asset or assets that are tied to the performance of that loan or lending, meaning that if you default, that bank or lender can come take those assets from you. Meaning, if it's equipment financing, they're coming to take that equipment back. If it's commercial real estate, they're coming to take that property, right? If it's the SBA, they want it all. If your business owns an asset, the SBA, being that they're government backed, they want all the assets tied to the deal. They require what's called a blanket lien, meaning that they want to put a blanket over everything and make sure that your business is on the hook, just like they are if you default, on one of their products. Then you have the unsecured world, meaning that there is no specific asset tied to the performance of these transactions. Thus, meaning that it's going to be much more risk for the banks and lenders involved. What does risk mean? Risk means interest rate, right? I want to keep, again, things extremely simple, right? If you're looking at an unsecured product, which is going to be a little bit less of an underwriting process, a little bit less of a rigorous process. You're not going to have to tie any assets to it. I'm going to quote our SVP of sales, Greg Amendola here. He has a great saying: fast money ain't cheap and cheap money ain't fast. Right. So if you have somebody that is looking for the best products out there, the cheapest cost of capital, we can do that. We have some of the most prime and subprime types of products that are going to be right around the best interest rates that you can find. Then there's going to be some products that have a little bit more of an interest rate, right? It's going to cost a little bit more money. What I always try to understand, though, is what is the actual cost? Meaning, what's the cost of doing nothing if you're the business owner, not getting access to capital? What's the cost of not taking advantage of the opportunity or not solving the challenge within your business? And what are you able to make on the money that you're borrowing from us, right? If you're going to take out capital within your business, it's always going to be expensive. Every bank and lender in the nation will tell you the riskiest part of their portfolio is the small and medium sized businesses that they lend money to, right? That's just the nature of the beast. The one of the more secure things are things like your home, right? Mortgages are a much better product for them. Something like a car that might be a little bit better for them, right? But the understanding is that business owners and businesses, there's all these statistics about how many businesses fail in their first year and how many businesses fail in their first 5 years, and that's why banks and lenders are very hesitant when it comes to lending money to small and medium-sized businesses. So when they are going to lend it, it's going to come at a premium. And what we do a really good job of is understanding the opportunity or challenge in a business and letting a business owner know, do the dollars make sense, right? Meaning, hey, can I make more money than this is going to cost me? And if I can't make more money than it's going to cost me right now, am I going to make more money long term? Right? Because listen, if you can't make all the money back on the product right now, that's fine. But if you can do it long term, that's even better, right? So here are some things that we do that really help you guys as partners. Number one is we're going to give you multiple points of contact on our team. You're going to have a dedicated business development officer. You're going to have a dedicated funding advisor, production coordinator. You have your own funding team here at ROK Financial, meaning that, hey, when a business owner applies through you, your team is going to kick in and make sure that business is, that business owner is well taken care of. We understand what their need is, and we're looking to deliver on that need, right? Again, they're an extension of you. So I would look at it like you just became the CEO of ROK Financial. How do you want it to work within your business, right? Marketing help. We should probably set another meeting for this, right? If we're going to do that, right? I can't even go into all the marketing help that we'll give you. My favorite line to use is, when somebody's like, "Oh, can you send me a flyer or send me some information?" I always tell them, I got enough information that I could blow up your inbox. What do you want to know? I got flyers on flyers on flyers. How many flyers we got? 10,000? We have 10,000 flyers, 100,000 pieces of content for small businesses on social media. Maybe I'm being a little a little aggressive on the numbers, but it certainly feels like it. I mean, how many posts go live every day that we share with our partners? 8 to 10 new posts every day that you guys can use, right? Social media related things that have ROK's branding in it, things that don't have our branding in it, things that are generic. Realistically, we want to help you market. So whether you need flyers, banners, email templates, text templates, social media content, you want us to come to an event and market ourselves at your event, let us know. We'll sponsor your event. We're really all about it. And the last thing is technology, right? I remember when the first iPhone came out. I remember where I was, right? But I also have realized how much that has changed things over the years. When I first started in the industry back in 2016 and 2017, there used to be a line at a fax machine. Now the people that join our company don't even know what a fax machine are because they're so young, right? They don't even know what that is. They're like, a fax machine? What do you mean? We literally used to have a line at the fax machine waiting for documents to come in, waiting for applications to go out. I remember it. I remember the size of the printers that we had. They were gigantic. They were bigger than I am. And we had two of them. And then I remember when we went down to one printer. And now we got this little desktop thing that sits on a table in our office, right? That's just the advancement of technology. I've watched DocuSign come into this industry. I've watched more and more technology get integrated through our platforms in terms of underwriting. I've watched us API with all of the lenders in order to get instantaneous decision making, right? I've watched us integrate technology into our partner process where we're going to give you direct access to our CRM, our DocuSign, our information, so that you have full transparency on all of what's going on within your pipeline, within the businesses that you're referring over to ROK. So, the best thing that I would say is challenge us. We probably have it. We're testing as much AI as you possibly can right now. I can tell you that much. There's a lot of that stuff going on, right? And we're always going to be at the forefront of this stuff because we want to help you guys be at the forefront of the industry as well. I know some of you guys mentioned you're working with some gentlemen that are on the team. Quick shout out to the business development officers. These are the guys that are going to help you get your partnerships off the ground and help you start earning revenue through ROK Financial. They won't work with the business owners directly. That's going to be the funding advisor. These guys are going to work with you guys directly. So become familiar with them, and shout out to the business development team. Those guys are awesome. Our quick funding process, right? Quick little breakdown for you. I always say, if you could provide us with the 3 N's, name, number, and need. What does that mean? Well, we need somebody's contact information. We need to know who they are and why they're borrowing money. If you guys can provide that, you can sit back, relax. We can work the rest of the transaction for you. We'll chase documents. We'll explain rates and terms. We'll go over the closing process. We'll get that deal closed, and you just get your commission. Kind of like mailbox money is the best way that I can explain it, right? Some quick tips and insights for you. This is one of my favorite slides because it really just gives the most info, if I'm being honest, right? The mission, vision, and value slide is great, but this is some info that you could take to the bank, as they say. Meaning that we're constantly looking for at least 3 to 6 months time in businesses that make $10,000 or more per month in gross revenue. That's how much they're depositing into a business checking account, right? So they have to have a business bank account. They have to be putting $10,000 per month in that business bank account for at least 3 to 6 months. If they meet that minimum criteria, then we can help. We offer funding from $10,000 to $10 million in as little as 12 to 24 hours. We have over 75 different lenders on the platform. Some of the top areas where we lend are always like the top most populated places, right? So California, Florida, Texas, New York, you got Michigan in there, you got Ohio in there, you got Pennsylvania in there, you got Georgia in there, you got the Carolinas in there, you got Arizona, you got Nevada, you got Illinois, Michigan. We basically follow the population as far as like where do we do the most business, and then the industries that we help the most: healthcare, construction, restaurants, trucking and transportation, but also manufacturing is massive. E-commerce is massive. You want to talk about wholesale and distribution, right? Like those types of businesses are massive. Staffing agencies, auto repair places, personal and professional services. So like barbershops, nail salons, tanning salons, right? As well as insurance companies. You talk about accountants, attorneys, all of these businesses are who borrow money through ROK Financial, right? So I just want you guys to have a good understanding. If you were to drive down your local main street, we could help every business that you pass. That's really the best way that I can explain it. Couple of tips, right? That I want to leave you with, some things that I want to make sure that you know before we go, as they say, right? So some things to know. First things first is I believe people do business with people that they like. If you don't like who you're doing business with, send Tony an email. I'll get you somebody else to do business with. Your partnership is with ROK Financial, but you're also going to be working with specific people. So get to know those people, right? If it's easy to work with them, awesome. If it's not so easy, send an email to tony@rock.biz and I'll either straighten them, tune them up for you, or we'll get you somebody new. No, the idea is that the more you know, the more you guys can work together, right? If you're not comfortable interacting and asking questions with the people that you're working with here, we're a moving target. Meaning that in 6 months, our rates are going to change, the products are going to change, how they work is going to change, right? That's just the nature of our business. So, being that we're a moving target, you got to have somebody that you can communicate with so that you guys can develop a relationship where you know what's happening and how to leverage it, right? The second thing is leverage all of the products, right? Some people join and they're like, oh, I need my customers to get a line of credit, or I need my customers to get an SBA. And that's great, but not everybody qualifies for a line of credit, and not everybody qualifies for an SBA, right? So now what we're doing is we're shortening how much we can actually help you. Now, if you offer all the other products, that's fine. So we'll only offer the ones that you need us to. But if you're somebody that's not really offering many of these products or none of them at all, I would tell you leverage as much of it as you possibly can, right? It's the best way to help business owners is by giving them the most options, right? When we stopped asking a business owner, does it work, yes or no, and we started asking them, how much do you need, right? Those are two totally different questions. And when you ask how much, now all of a sudden it becomes, hey, I'm going to tell you how much. It's not going to be no. It's going to be, I need 500 grand, right? So that's the nature of our business, right? Um, Build out your residual business by referring other partners and building your book of business. There's two ways to earn through ROK Financial. You can refer us business owners directly, or you can refer us partners, affiliates, to work within the platform. A lot of people know a guy or a girl that's doing their thing that would make a lot of sense to work with ROK. And with that, our number one source for partners is actually other partners. We do a lot of business on social media. We do a lot of business through these webinars, but most of how we get our partners is through people like yourselves. Make sure that you're keeping up to date, right? You want to keep up to date on the industry and trends that are going on. Check out our website, join our webinars. We're constantly pushing new blog posts, new information, new resources live so that you guys have access to all of this information right at your fingertips. Also, fun fact, today and tomorrow, we're hosting in-person events here at ROK. We have invited referral partners in. There's over 90 people registered to come into our office tonight for a networking event, and then tomorrow for a full-day mastermind on commercial finance. We got some of our lenders that are coming in. We got some speakers coming in. I'm going to do some speaking. I hog the microphone, so of course I'm going to do some speaking. But no, we're super excited to have our partners with us in person, because we attend a lot of events, but I can tell you when we started hosting them, it really changed things for us. So definitely make sure you keep an eye out for those things. Would love to meet you guys in person and get a chance to rock out together. But it's really simple when you're able to simplify. But at the end of the day, what people do in business finance and commercial finance is they try to overcomplicate it. We keep it simple, we keep it basic, so that a lot of people can take advantage of it, right? Couple of quick success stories for you here. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Couple quick success stories for you here, right? I want you guys to really understand kind of the range of what we do and a little bit about the businesses that we help. It's realistically, we are industry agnostic, meaning there are no industries that are restricted when working with ROK Financial. The only time we can't lend money is if that business lends money, right? As you could see, as you could imagine, excuse me, that would cause a massive rift, right? If essentially you're just passing the risk along to your customers, right? So we don't help businesses that borrow that lend money. But outside of that, if you're a technology company, a plumber, HVAC, if you are in any type of construction, any type of e-commerce, technology, food and beverage, professional or personal services, the auto industry, you name it, we're here to help, right? And we fund as little as 10,000 and all the way up to $10 million, like I mentioned before. If you guys aren't partnered with ROK yet, or haven't seen the portal, or don't know what to do, or you're somebody new, I invite you to scan the QR code on your screen now. Our team is waiting to interact with you. They're waiting to get you signed up and access to the platform. If you are somebody that is already on the platform and you're looking to connect with your point of contact, feel free to scan this QR code and fill that short form out as well. We'll make sure that you get over to your point of contact. But what's more important to us than anything is that we get a chance to have a conversation, guys. The worst thing that you could do is put this down after, after you let me talk at you for however long, right? The real idea is, hey, this is the beginning of us working together. So definitely want you guys to take full advantage of your partnership, and definitely want you guys to have a full understanding of how to work with us. Appreciate you guys rocking out with us. Have a good day, everybody. Talk to you guys. Talk to you guys.